For legendary baseball announcer Vin Scully, this is quite an honor, a bobblehead of his very own. A good-natured tribute to Vincent Edward Scully's years of service to a storied team. Lee Cowan takes us out to the ball game for some questions and answers.
Take me out to the ball game.
It was a perfect summer evening for baseball, and on this night in Los Angeles, thousands got to Dodger Stadium a little early for a handout.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
It was bobblehead night, popular at every stadium, but it wasn't a player being bobbled. It was a voice, legendary Dodger announcer, Vin Scully.
This man is the reason why I come to baseball games. I love Vin Scully.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
That melodic voice has been the soundtrack of the Dodgers since 1950, when they were still the Brooklyn Dodgers. And at 84, Vinny, as the players call him, is still at it.
It's been a sport that I've loved ever since I could throw a ball.
Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A perfect game.
So you still get goosebumps?
Yeah, still do. That's really the thermometer for my love affair, my fever. As long as I get the goosebumps, I know that I should still be doing it. Here's my office.
Not a bad view.
No,
From his perch up here behind home plate, Vin Scully isn't just an announcer. He's a storyteller.
Fernando ready, and the strike two pitch is hit back to the box, dribbling to second.
He uses the English language the way Casey wielded a bat.
Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter. If you have a sombrero, throw it to the sky.
Many consider him the poet laureate of baseball.
Wow.
You seem uncomfortable?
Well, you know, over 60 some odd years, you're bound to blunder into a couple, you know.
So these aren't things that you practice or work
Oh,
on?
no. Oh, gosh, no. I would be scared to death of having something that I think was so precious. I couldn't wait to get it on the air, and I'd mess it up. No, what comes out, good, bad, or otherwise, it's not only me, it's me at the moment.
Fastball is a high drive.
And what moments he's seen. In 1974, he called Hank Aaron's hit that finally broke Babe Ruth's home run record.
What a marvelous moment for the country and the world. A black man is getting a standing ovation in the Deep South for breaking a record of an all-time baseball idol.
He was at the 1986 World Series for one of the most infamous errors of all.
Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
And he watched an injured Kirk Gibson limp to the plate and hit a heroic walk-off home run in another World Series 2 years later.
She is gone! In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
A call Dodger fans remember to this day.
I have no idea where that came from, you know. And that's the fun of it, if you get a good one off once in a while, you know.
He had an ear for it from an early age, growing up in the Bronx.
We had a big old four-legged radio in the living room of our walk-up apartment house. And I would crawl under that radio on a Saturday afternoon, and the crowd noise would come out of that speaker like water out of a shower head, and it would just cover me. And then I would think, oh, I would love to be there.
It didn't take him long to get there. He was fresh out of Fordham University when Brooklyn's play-by-play man, Red Barber, noticed that Vin had something special.
He said, you bring something into the booth, young man, that no one else does. And I said, what? And he said, yourself. And he said, there's no one else in the world like you. And I've really kept that all my life.
By age 25, he was announcing a World Series, the youngest ever to do so.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Ben Scully speaking to you from the Los Angeles Coliseum.
By the time the Dodgers moved to Los Angeles in 1958, Vin had settled into his comfortable and reliable style. Fans would bring their transistor radios to the games so as not to miss any vintage Vin. And they do the same today.
He's literally from another generation, so it literally is like you are in a time machine every time you hear him broadcast.
He does try to keep up with the times, though. When Dodger catcher A.J. Ellis hit a home run a few weeks ago, Vin asked the fans to take to Twitter.
So maybe we ought to get something trending about A.J. Ellis. And if you do that, I'm really cool.
Within a matter of innings, fans had done Vin's bidding. A.J. Ellis was indeed trending, even if Vin wasn't exactly sure what he'd done.
To be honest with you, they told me to say that. They are trending, twittering, tweeting, you name it, about A.J. Ellis all over the United States. He's a nice boy.
But as influential as his words are, he's just as powerful when he's quiet.
Boy, there is no reason to speak when you see pictures like that.
Some of the biggest plays that you've called, you stop and just let the moment play.
Yeah, I can't compete with the crowd, and personally, I would much rather hear the crowd than my own voice. So it's very natural for me to shut up upon occasion.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vin Scully!
It hasn't always just been baseball. Over his 6-decade career, he's been everything from a variety show host
Just try that super blue blade once, and you'll
to a
get the
pitchman
real
for
inside
razor
of
blades.
shaving speed.
All the time I knew that all I was doing was learning a little bit more about myself. I was not going to let go of baseball. I knew that. No.
And he didn't. But life on the road wasn't always easy.
You know, it sounds glamorous. You're with a major league team and you're traveling first class and you're staying in nice hotels. Meanwhile, your wife is home, the washing machine is broken down, the kids are driving her crazy, and you're out there making a fly ball to center field sound like something important.
He's been cutting back on the travel and spending more time with his 16 grandchildren, nearly all of whom came decked out in Dodger jerseys for bobblehead night to watch Vin throw out the first pitch.
I want them to remember this long after I've departed, you know, so I want to share this with them with all my heart and soul.
After 63 seasons, he's won nearly every award possible, from Sportscaster of the 20th Century to being inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. He could retire a happy man, but the roar of the crowd he first heard on that radio all those years ago remains as infectious as ever. He signed on for at least one more season with the Dodgers, his 64th, with the blessing of his family and the adoration of his fans.
There's no way I could say goodbye to all of this, not yet anyway. In my heart, I just can't do it, not yet.
And the heavens seem to agree. For Vin Scully, the treasure at the end of the rainbow remains right behind home plate.
Oh, unbelievable.